I think having to work within restrictions is actually one of the best things for the creative process. Now, hear me out. We've all seen directors who start with these amazing, low-budget, independent films. With very few resources, they're able to make these amazing, heartfelt, interesting projects. And then, as they get more acclaim and they're more of a name, eventually, they maybe get to a point where they get, for lack of a better term, a blank check. And then once they have that blank check to make whatever they want, they have all the money and all the resources in the world, sometimes the film is less interesting. And I think a part of that is you need someone telling you no. But also, when you have restrictions, whether that be your budget, your equipment, the time you have to make something, whatever it is, right? When you have restrictions in your resources, you have to kind of start getting creative. You go, okay, I've got this one location. How can I make a film at this one location interesting? What can I do to make the best project I can make, to tell the best story I can tell with what I have around me? And when you start kind of asking yourself that question, you get really interesting results because you are working within what you have, but pushing yourself to make it the best you can be. And you have to start asking yourself questions that you wouldn't ask if you had access to all the resources in the world. And it leads to filmmaking that I tend to find more risky, more interesting, more innovative, because you are just pushing yourself to get the best thing you can do with what you have. When you're like a smaller filmmaker, you kind of can get frustrated with your lack of resources. I think we should start to look at those restrictions as like creative opportunities. How can I tell the most interesting story with what I have?